Hello, hello. My name is Steph. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. The other day we created and dropped some ink on this scroll, and as promised, we're going to flip it
It's what I
for
want.
perspective possibilities. We'll also add on Tarot and Oracle, and where Mr. Ghosty here is, or at least am I in the way of it, we have GhostTube for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our auric adventures. Overall, pleased to receive or release freely. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. I appreciate your time, attention, and awareness as your perspective and presence is powerful. So gratitude galore for
Don't
being you.
leave.
Please don't go. All right. I'm going to take a moment to open up and then flip it and reveal it. So when you're ready, if you'd like to join me, or you can fast forward through. Taking a nice deep breath, closing the eyes, cleansing the palate of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of anyone here at any time. Thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning. All right. You know the drill as well. If you'd like to take a screenshot, by all means, personal use only. Feel well to comment below what you see, sense, or feel. Drop an emoji, whatever feels good. I appreciate any interactions with the
Leave
channel.
here.
All right. Okay. Bison. Something about a snake egg. Snake egg. A sawing, but with one of those saws where there's people or person on either end and you go back and forth. It also makes me feel like I'm sawing logs, like sleeping.
I can't.
It feels all very cartoony, so hopefully that's very specifically George Jetson. Something about okay. If okay, sorry. Something about gray hair on men. It is a man, masculine or feminine energy. Feels pretty balanced, but with a masculine energy anyway, stepping forward. There is something about either gray hair, like a wisdom coming through. What's that other? Distinguished.
Billy.
Distinguished. Yeah, this could be your masculine energy as well, but I'm definitely seeing a man come forward. Who is that I'm seeing as well? Mrs. Buttersworth? Mrs. Buttersworth? And who are you? She's he, she, they, I'm going to go with they, are very, very tall. They might have like some sort of armor on their shoulders, but their wings are the closest I could imagine is like fairy
Shaman.
wings, but this being like the wings are 20, 30 feet tall, and they go up and down. They're those kind of wings. They go up and down. Oh yeah, it's still there. Whew. There's also, I think it might be these shoulder paddy things. They connect here. I don't know if it's by a chain. I don't know what they want or why they're stepping forward. It's just a presence. So I am sensing this like I said, the wings, 30, like 30 feet tall. They're huge. But I'm seeing them on a branch. So they might look like a little bug. But that's not how they feel. They feel massive. Oh, would it be overwhelming? It would be overwhelming. Okay. Sorry about that, but sorry, not sorry. You're here, so the surrealism of it and all that kind of good stuff is it's part of it. Jack and the beanstalk, and then cutting down the beanstalk with that two-handed saw thing. I, Steph, want to say, I need to know if this is a severing of a connection to the clouds, to a golden goose, to an idea, due to a threat. I don't know what this is, but I want to ask the question, why is this connection being cut? Why is this beanstalk being cut? Is there somebody else in the town, in my psyche, in my heart, I don't know, I could try to externally apply, and I see them doing this, and I'm like, why would you cut this off? But then, it seems like nobody's answering me. So I'm going to wander down the other rabbit hole, and you've already been up to the beanstalk. You've already had some sort of adventure, understanding connection has been made. Connection has been established. And so now the beanstalk is being cut. I'm seeing it like, it's just like this energy that's hovering over here. That it could be like this big, but feels like 30, 40, 50, 60 feet. This beanstalk feels ginormous, like radius of, I don't know, big. And yet, Steph, I'm seeing like a sunflower stalk stem, which is still pretty thick for a flower here. And then it just kind of go timber. But that's the size and scope of this. I don't understand what's going on. Somehow things are very, very, very large and very, very, very small all at the same time. And then when I wander into maybe the questioning mind, which I believe was a card that came up, I can't remember, it's fine what read. It's like I'm questioning, am I making or looking at something, it feels very, very, very big, and I am now feeling very, very, very small. Or am I very, very, very small and can accomplish very, very, very big things? I don't even know where I'm at here. I also feel like I am building a home. I'm building a home somewhere, log by log, stick by stick, mud by mud. All of the things that would be perceived as very, very earthly, and maybe this is in your earthly life, but it's giving me, Steph, the sensation that all of these like basic needs being met, the mud, the stick, the stems, dried lotuses, cut down sunflowers and timbers, and whatever the case is, they are all being used to formulate a very solid home structure here. And maybe this is symbolic of what you're doing. You're able to take the pieces out. I don't know. There's something curious about it. 3 of airships. Sorry, we're getting ready to go into the shaman's palm, which is in the cave of ice. 3 of airships and 7 of airships. This might 3s and 7s feel significant. If you're seeing 3s and you're seeing 7s. Okay, yeah, I see you now, because I can see sorry, is it the pharaohs that have that thing depicted from their chin, like we might call it a goatee nowadays, or a thinner beard? I'm seeing one of those. I think it's pharaoh.
I'm scared.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, sorry, in the cave of ice, see this airplane, and then this perspective, this person is coming in from under the wing of the airplane.
How old are you?
Almost 46. Forever young at heart. Somebody is waiting Somebody's also like a Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible. There's also a rocket taking off. I don't think anyone knows about this or where it's going or what the mission is. Maybe it just feels like Mission Impossible, but there's a rocket ready to take off, or it's going to succeed.
Married.
And it's okay. There's a llama here as well. A llama. Something about someone or something being two-faced. Okay, so here's the thing when I say that, two-faced, it's kind of like in this Three of Airships, how, because there's people up here looking, it's like from another perspective, it might appear two-faced. But I'll be honest with you, the way it feels is, it's like, nearsighted, farsighted.
Melissa.
Close, far, close, far, close, far. Light, dark, the yin and the yang. It's not two-faced, it's two faces of, I don't even know. Okay, there's also, this may be for one person, it's very uncomfortable, but I'm going to go into it and I'll show you in just a moment. Right here. Okay, so like take all that out for a moment. I'm sleeping. I'm absolutely sleeping. I can actually like turn it this way. It might be helpful. This is giving me like a, I'll call it nightmares, but then there's also that other sleep paralysis. So if I'm sleeping and I'm here, I feel like something is over top of me, sucking my energy out. And
cheating.
Something right in here as well. There might even be two energies. Okay, so just like the yin and the yang, I'm going to acknowledge that for a moment. And that might be your current experience working through this. Comfort, ask your spirit guide, whatever you believe in, to ask for help to reveal things to you. Because it's kind of like, again, Mission Impossible, kind of going under, like being in anesthesia. You can't necessarily feel like you can just wake up on your own. Something has to run its course, or I don't know, something about that. On the other rabbit hole side, there is healing happening from, okay, when I say healing as well, it's not the right word. It's help in
far away.
The face. It's face help. Some of you might be, getting a facelift, or you're doing maybe some sort of face self-care, all that kind of good stuff. Oh, how do I express this? Okay, thank you.
39.
It's as though there is a light shining on my head. Even though it's at night and I'm sleeping, there is a light. Just like if you're at a dentist or at a doctor and they would put the light like right here. It feels healing.
I don't know.
But I'm not actually sure it's healing. It's just such a clear frequency, ironically, as I cannot decipher it. I wonder if it's information. Okay, let me... Something about the cornucopia. Cave of Winds.
Justin.
Messenger of submersibles. Lots of winged things here. Winged. winged. It is information.
Believe.
It's knowledge from the bison. So there is a hose. You know, sometimes they get kinks in the hose. Or you sometimes purposely need to like kink it to stop it so that you can do something else or change the head of the, you know, the hose for a sprinkler, or you're going to put one of the hand thingies on. Like you change it. So sometimes you purposely can kink the connection so it stops the flow, so it's you know, less messy, and then unkink it. There's a kink in here.
I'm weak.
The kink is a point of pressure that almost feels like, I want to say, I have a foot on it, like a foot pedal. Because when that moment, it's like I want to decide, I want to feel the pressure build up on the other side. Because it's like the rocket ship thing. I want the pressure to build up on the other side so that when I take my foot off the gas or on the brake, if I want to start creating
Shaman.
pressure, and you know, then it just comes flooding through really, really quickly. Here's another really interesting thing about this. You know, and I'm seeing it like vacuuming. Bear with me. I've only got so many tools in my household to work from, but this is how I'm being shown. So when I'm vacuuming, and if I feel like there might be an issue with this, with the suction, so it's like I'll put it on my hand to like
Married.
clock or close it, right, and be like, and then when I pull, it does that double. In my head, it's double suction, and it may, at least in my non-engineering mind, or I think it adds more pressure. So when I take my hand off it, whatever might be stuck has a chance to move. It's a blast. Whatever it is, this is a blast. Cave of Her Fires is the Emperor. Okay, so and then this artistry card, it's like, imagine where this hook is from this rocket ship that has landed somewhere, maybe you in your sleep, maybe you in any reality. And then this thing like drops down this bubble so that you can travel closer to the surface conditions, or beneath or below other elements that may be non-conducive to the human existence, to further explore, right? Like going under the water or pressure up top. I see it coming through there, and I saw it there as it's like flooding out in a most beautiful way. Rivers, Cave of Rivers of How I'm Feeling, Comet and 5 of Airship. So here's the thing. This is like that really, really fast feeling from the suction or pressure point building. Okay. I think I even said this to my best gal, which, if you're around, hello, love you. And we were talking about how sometimes, like, whether in one's awareness or not, you might create crises so that the pressure in it almost kind of like projects you into the choice you really want to make, but maybe have conditions, fears, or whatever. And anyway, our conversation, or at least conscious conversation about it, is that trying not to do that, trying not to have things come to a crisis point by choice. You know what I'm saying? By ignoring things or this, that, or the other. So to alleviate it needing the crisis point to conduct change. Where it can be done, it's like the same potency can be applied along the way. Here's the thing. I shared that for one reason or another if it's helpful. I'm getting the sensation, because this is in our cave of rivers of how we're feeling, there might be an indication that, just like I was saying, it was going fast, but little bits along the way, some might feel you just get burned over and over and over again, but those still are creating conditions for that crisis moment to conduct change, to be the conductor, the catalyst. You are the conductor, the catalyst. Oh, how humans hold on so dearly to things in which they would say they perfect or become comfortable with. Absolutely, that is a space. And then others are being asked to create change, to continuously move from their point of comfort, not in its entirety, as an inspiration, as a branch of the tree of life, as a branch of the Kundalini energy. Is this serpent the Kundalini energy? Possibly. There is knowledge being exchanged. Also, side note, just going to throw it out there with this rocket ship, whatever's going on, I feel as though, I don't know if this is in a different air of something, but I'll just spit it out of my face. There's a chance humans are on already existing or landing on another planet, and they're not welcome. They're not welcome because of how humanity takes care of their own planet as proof. That's why you're not welcome. The proof is in the power of your planet and how the human people in positions of power or of everyday people power is being used and abused, ignored, or drained. Okay, reverse.
Not.
Moon, Lady of Airships. Maybe it is on the moon. The presence of the moon. The moon base. I feel like I've taken a really weird turn here. I'm not really sure if I should proceed. So, on a personal matter, or in a personal, perception.
It's unknown.
Wherever you are working towards, going towards deeper and faster, or by going deeper, the pressure to pop up and resurface, maybe you're rebranding, letting things go, letting things in, whatever the case is, will happen really quickly. Like, you're not waiting for a crisis moment. If you're also busting through a creative block at this time, I feel like it's time to take a sabbatical from even beating your head against the block. Go for a walk, go try new things, go zip lining. I don't know. Pick a hobby for a day or two, a week, whatever the case is. And then there's this other little thing over here going on. And it might have something to do with the moon, especially with that Jetsons thing. And I don't, it feels so
It's
violent.
coming.
It feels violent. And I got a note, it feels like humans are the violent ones. In this circumstance, in this situation, I don't know why though. I'm not seeing the history of maybe it's called for or justified, but I feel like as though there are rules and or something put in place so that, because I feel like the history of whatever this planet or moon base thing is, there is already a history of, okay, so interspecies war or something like that in order to claim said as an extension of ownership. Okay, it's an ownership thing. I don't think that can happen, but maybe in the humanities or whatever humans seem to present themselves in the naivete, but the curiosity to explore, and that's great, but then feel entitled to claim. Can't do that. Can't do that. There was a warning. There was a
How?
warning. And this wasn't in a disrespectful way, but I think humanity may have received it that way. Okay, so then sharing has come around. There's been a sharing of said space because there's been other visits to this. I don't know, whatever it is, planet base, I don't know. There's other visits that have gone there to build and learn how maybe other species, I don't know, call them what you will, galactic, extraterrestrials, interdimensionals, whatever the case, to learn how even other species at odds still respect or, I don't know, work together in
Tap.
some way, shape, or form to ensure or to receive the benefits by, it's like shared space, but benefits are for each own to receive. I don't know where I'm at all. And humans are learning from there. From that, but still, like, there's like this like little sketchy agenda I'm sensing. It's like, oh, and how can we learn how to manipulate that or to beat it? Oh man, it's just always this power dynamic. It's very, very interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go here. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna let you go.
Why did you come?
I want to note triumph. Okay, thank you. There is something going on, yeah, with the saving. So I got to acknowledge this before I go because I feel like that was all very, poo-pooey on humanity, and I don't want that to, necessarily be what I leave you with. It's just one aspect of certain energies, and that's how they're deciding to interact with power and learning power and so on and so forth. This other side is this, it still feels just as violent, if I may, and it feels very, very uncomfortable even for me to view. It's the human species helping somebody else in trouble and coming in to help them triumphantly remove them from a certain situation. I feel like that has been introduced here. It reminds me of Ophiuchus. It reminds me of Ophiuchus sign, the energy of the sign, kind of go on these missions. They do things from this very much so healing capability, but with this utmost respect. And it's almost like trying to do things quietly to not cause a ruckus, right? Sometimes to not be seen and heard, not so much in a secret way, but secret, service kind of way, but in this way that's not disruptive to people, the species, or whatever the case is. So there is no fear or fright induced, Capricorn, which lowers the people's power, and they don't want that. They want it to remain up and going up and high, not blind in a, oh, nothing's wrong, everything.
Doom.
No, this is just alleviating or drawing out children from something that is, I'll say, universal children, that is being held. And these folks of the savior side, not in the, okay, so in the good aspect of humanity, the bravery to go in and to help release quickly, efficiently.
Hunger.
Yeah.
I'm inside it.
It's like somebody being held hostage. And humanity has this wonderful ability to go in, the courage to go in and not give up to find them. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Love you. I hope this did serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. Until next time, so much love.